Hey guys, it's Radoslav here. Today I'm going to be talking about two reflexes that you can use that will improve your mobility and flexibility really quickly. So the first one is called reciprocal inhibition, and what that means is that if a muscle on one side of a joint acts, the opposing muscle or the agonist will relax. And so basically, if we use a bicep and the tricep as the example, bicep will be your prime mover, and then the tricep will be the antagonist or the muscle that reverses the movement. So if I think flex my arm, show off the guns, flex the arm, it signals my biceps to contract, and then it also signals reflexively for my triceps to relax. Because if this didn't happen, it'd be really awkward for both the muscles to work at the same time and do opposing things. And this is especially important if you're trying to run or sprint or something, and you have a big quad muscle versus your big hamstring muscle. If you're trying to flex and extend at the same time, both muscles will activate, work, and they could tear each other. The body's smarter than that, so it knows that when it wants to activate the quads, it will deactivate and relax the hamstrings, and then vice versa. So you can use this to stretch any muscle in the way that if I want to stretch my hamstrings right now, instead of just passively sitting here trying to stretch, I activate my quads, and in squeezing my quads, I reflectively relax my hamstrings even more, letting me go deeper into the stretch. So this works for any other muscle. Now the second reflex is called Autogenic Inhibition reflex. And what that means is that in your muscle you have Golgi tendon organ, which is kind of like at the end in the tendons and insertions of each muscle belly, each muscle. And they have sensors that will say, hey, we have too much pressure, too much force going through the muscle. It's going to tear soon. We need to relax. So basically, this reflex stops you from contracting too much and basically inhibits the muscle from wanting to move together, and it makes it move apart. So if we look at something like this frog stretch, for example, or like a full-blown middle splits, the adductors are constantly getting more and more pressure, and let's say I stand up and support myself on them, or I pick up a weight. Now there's even more weight on them, and instead of them trying to contract more, they will automatically and reflexively try and relax themselves, because the body doesn't want to cause a tear from too much pressure. Now if we combine reciprocal inhibition with autogenic inhibition, those two reflexes, we can trick our body to give us extra range of motion and flexibility, basically. So by first contracting our quads and hip flexors, we're signaling a relaxation. And as much as I'm lifting my leg, you would just squeeze your quads right here and pull yourself forwards with the muscle to let your hamstrings relax. And then we relax the quads and we try and activate the hamstrings by trying to drive our legs through the ground and basically like pulling ourselves down with our hamstrings. And by switching back and forth between those two, we activate both reflexes and instantly get more range of motion. So there you go, there's two principles. You can apply them to any stretch you're doing, and maybe I'll put up some more videos of examples of ways you can use these principles to stretch. And I hope you have a good day.